How was your weekend? Uh, Thought I'd come check on something down in the basement. It's nice to have a basement in a house. You know, we have our washer and dryer down here. You know, our house is not sitting on a concrete slab with no basement. It's nice to have your hot water tank, your furnace, washer and dryer. So when we're going to wash the clothes, you know, we don't have to put it in the car. Go to a laundromat, you know what I mean, bring it back home. Those house and trailer parks, and real cheapy houses, they just throw up on a concrete slab. Yes, I do have a little bit of a mess. Leftover sheetrock, you know, countertops when I redid the kitchen. A few odds and ends things. All this will be gone. I plan on using a little bit of this, do a little something over the winter. In the spring, what's not used will all get thrown away. I'll tell you right up front, man. I don't have the least bit amount of sympathy for Jabba. He's a fucking deadbeat loser. An asshole. That fucked up his life and then tried to play the poor little innocent victim role. That's usually what people like him do with his mentality. However, the only person I feel sorry for is his buddy, Joe Mad. You know the guy? He's got a troll channel, Joe Mad. Yeah, like that's his real name, No content, no picture, no nothing, no videos. I feel bad for him. He won't have a job of making videos to go there to talk about me. You know what I mean? What I hear, that's all he seems to do, I feel bad for him. What's Joe Mad gonna do now? Him I feel sorry for. But, I shouldn't do this. I might be giving Java some ideas. But I came to check just in case, because Joe Mad, he swears up and down he knows where I live. In fact, he said he's dying. He can't wait to run into me. But a funny thing is, he hasn't come by to run into me. Maybe he's like Jabba. His car won't start either. Who knows? But I thought maybe, he already came by. I wasn't home. And he peeked around, looked in the basement, and he saw this, and he told Jabba about it. He said, hey, because Jabba was on borrowed time for a while, at his trailer park style home on a concrete slab in the middle of a fucking jungle, unkept property, unkept trailer park home, until he was finally evicted. And he got put up in a hotel room by some charitable organization or welfare. Let's face it, they used to call guys like Jabba a charity case, a basket case, going through life depending on other people to have to fucking take care of them. Because they're not responsible enough to fucking take care of themselves. Hey, I'm on a real roll here. I'm making up for a few lost days. By the way, the weather was great up at Echo Lake. We had a great time with our friends. Hope you had a good weekend. I built this a few years back. In the corner here, to put anything that has some value. Nothing really great, all my power tools, drills, things I use, paints, rollers, brushes, odds and ends. I do have a chainsaw now. It's in there. It's kind of funny. I think I've only used it twice. And that was back at the other house when I was married. I kept a few things from there. And I built this. You never know. People break in, drug addicts. Anything that, let's just say, just made it hard, difficult. Pretty good size. I still got some plywood left here. I have to cut out something. A few things, trim pieces, from siding, vinyl and aluminum. Pretty good size. I framed it all 2x4. What I did was, all this is a type of plastic that's fire retardant. It won't go up in flames. I framed it all in 2x4, as you can see, and you can actually see it with the light. And I figured, you know what, instead of having to cover it all with plywood, I was going to go with 1/4 inch. I said, you know what, the way I have them spaced, you wouldn't really be able to fit between them the way I did it, and even across, make it kind of difficult. And that stuff's pretty tough. And I put a chicken wire over it. You'd have to cut through it. You wouldn't be able to kick it in with your foot. So anyway, and I put a decent lock on it. And, you know, it's bolted. Bolts with nuts on the other side rather than screws. Somebody could take a screwdriver and unscrew it. I made it as difficult as I could for anybody to break in if they chose to. I don't think anybody will, but yeah, it gave me something to do, you know. And it got done. It's pretty decent size, you know. A couple people could live in there with a couple of beds. You know what I mean? Don't have cable TV or a microwave, although, you know, because I got Wi-Fi upstairs in my den that covers the whole house, and even it's got a 150-foot range. It's good for out in the yard. It would be carried down here. Some with a TV that wanted to stream, they could tap into my Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? And I thought maybe Joe Mad told Jabra about this, because where he was on borrowed time, at this trailer park style home, he's on borrowed time at this 30-day stay, you know, due to the generosity of welfare or some other church charitable organization. I wonder if the senior center is paying for his stay at the hotel. But then again, he's got 30 days. So I said, shit, I hope that, you know, Joe Mayer didn't tell him about this. And while we were gone, you know, Jabba came here, figured, hey, shit, my 30 days are going to run out the way my time ran out, you know, back at my mansion in New Jersey. So I'll just sneak over to Uncle Brian's house and move into his basement, his storage shed, you know what I mean? Well, anyway, nah, he didn't break in. I don't have to worry about, you know, we're in bed at night and all of a sudden I hear this noise. I hear burping and farting and snoring, you know, and coughing and hacking. I grab my laptop, I turn it on. My service is kind of slow because someone has tapped into my Wi-Fi and is slowing down my speed. I guess everything's good. You know, everything is the way we left it. So, hope your weekend was good. Hope you had fun. Hope you stayed safe. And I'll catch up with you again sometime this week.